Hello! Long time no see! I haven't posted a video in a hot second. I've just been kind of busy. I went to Japan, and so this video I'm just going to be yapping to you about my trip. You know, just imagine that me and you are sitting across from each other. We're just catching up and I'm telling you about my trip. I kind of just wanted to preserve it in a video so I don't forget, you know, for prosperity, for the memories. If you like hearing about people's trips and stuff, please stick around, grab a cup of tea or coffee. I have a cup of coffee that I just made, so I'm excited to tell you about my trip. I have been meaning to film this. It is now April. I took my trip at the beginning of March, but I came back and I was busy with work, and then my friend came to stay for about a week, and then I got really sick at the beginning of April, so yeah, it's just been a little bit of time before I was able to really film this, but here we are. So while I'm kind of talking to you, I'm gonna be showing you some of the very little amount of clips that I was able to take while I was there. Then I also came back with a lot of like scrap little pieces of paper and receipts and stuff, and I ended up scrapbooking. So you'll see me like putting together some of these pages. I am half Japanese. My mom is from Tokyo, so I grew up Japanese. I can speak fluently. I've been to Japan many times. So what happened was my cousin on my dad's side, so my American side, he ended up applying and getting into the program that I got into when studying abroad. I went to Kyushu University in Fukuoka. Yeah, he came to visit me while I was studying abroad, and I showed them around, and I kind of influenced him to go to the same school, and so that's what he's doing like right now. And so he was going to be on spring break in March, so my whole family, I met them while they came. So that was kind of one of the main reasons that I went, and they were gonna only spend a few days in each like city across Japan, you know, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and then go to Fukuoka and stuff like that. I have done that many times. This time around I was so disinterested in going to any of the big touristy places because I've seen it and done it. The main reason then ended up being me visiting my friend, my really good friend. What ended up happening was I stayed with my friend at her apartment, and then also we met up with some other people along the way. So it was just like a lot of meeting people, which is always so fun because, you know, we're all so far away and it's hard to get everyone in the same place at the same time. This time around when I visited, I will say, because of like my previous experience with traveling to Japan, I think that I was able to make the best decisions for myself, like the best travel decisions. And what I mean by that is that I chose the best options for my stay, such as choosing an eSIM through, I used Japan Wireless. Last time I visited, I was still working remotely, so I was required to work PST hours. So I used Japan Wireless's portable Wi-Fi. I had the portable Wi-Fi delivered to my hotel, and like I contacted the hotel in advance, and then when we went out, we would take it with us, and like we would connect our phones to it. Perfect. And so since I had such a good experience with Japan Wireless last time, I used it this time for their eSIM. I've never done an eSIM before, but so for me, I reviewed all the instructions beforehand, so I made sure I would know how to do it immediately, like when I got there. And actually I was able to activate it like before I even got off the planes. It was such a good experience. It was so smooth. And then I also took the airport bus from the airport when I arrived and when I came back. That was my first time also taking the airport bus. Usually I take the train, but this time around I really wanted to find an alternative way to get there and back to the airport because I'm kind of just over taking the train and kind of just like having to like wrangle my suitcase and luggage and being like jet lagged and tired. Hear this. The airport bus from Narita Airport to Tokyo Station costs the same, about the same, if not less than taking the train. And it takes the same amount of time to get there as well. Same cost, same amount of time. And it's so much more comfortable. You just wait for the bus to come. They come every like 10 minutes or so. And they take your luggage, put it under the bus, and you just get to relax and just enjoy the view or take a nap, which I did on the way back. So highly recommend taking the airport bus. Another thing I did was I stayed with my friend at her apartment, but she didn't have an extra futon, or like an extra bed, and so I just rented one. On day one in Japan, after I took the airport bus to Tokyo Station, I met my friend there, the one I was staying with, and it was just like such a nice reunion. It was so nice to see her. Like I've missed her so much. And then we headed back to her apartment, waited for the futon rental. So my first full day in Tokyo, we went to Kameido station, meet up with my Japanese aunt and my Japanese uncle and my brother, and because he was staying with them, and we had hamburger. And then after that, me and my friend, we took a bus all the way to the MOT, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Tokyo. They have this huge park called Kiba Park that encompasses the museum, and so we walked through there first. It was so lovely. And then on my second full day in Japan, day 4 basically, we had our bus trip. So this was my favorite day. This is my first time visiting Japan in the spring. I've always visited usually during the summer or the winter because that was when like our school breaks were. But yeah, this was my first time visiting in spring, so I really wanted to see sakura and strawberry picking, that sort of thing. So I picked one where we could do all of that in one day. So it was through this company called HIS. They do have English bus trips, but most of the ones that they have, and the one that I picked, is entirely Japanese. I think everyone was Japanese, varying ages. I kind of thought that there would be older people, like a lot of older people, and there were, but there was a lot of younger people too, like people like us, where it's just like two friends like going on a trip together. The people right behind us were this really cute old Japanese couple, and they kept talking the whole like trip there and back. Not in like an annoying way, but in like a really comforting, wholesome way. Like me and my friend were saying how they kept pointing out like the most obvious things. Like they would be like, oh look, it's a deer. Oh yes, it's a deer. Are there more deer? Let's look to see if there are more deer. Like, and it was just so cute. So on the bus trip we went to Shizuoka Prefecture, and because I really just wanted to see some more nature and stuff, and we went to first we went to Izu Fruit Park, and we picked strawberries for like 30 minutes. It wasn't really enough time, but it was still a lot of fun and it was delicious. Busy job. It's just a video.
Oh, it's a video.
Hi.
I should do this every year. It's like my yearly stock of strawberries
Yeah.
for my body.
And then right after that, they took us to have lunch. It was all like traditional style, so they had like nabe, and then they also had like mixed rice and some other small dishes, and it was all incorporating red snapper fish, and I love fish, and my friend does too. So like we thought it was really delicious.
バス出発できるように必ずお手洗いなどを済ませていただいてバスに戻ってきてください。
After that, we went to Kawazu, which is this really small little town that's on the south of like Shizuoka prefecture, and I think they're just known for their sakura viewing season. They have this long walkway, I guess, a path that is alongside a river, and it's just like lined with sakura like trees, and they were all in full bloom, and it was beautiful, like so beautiful. I've never seen so many sakura in my life.
Not the food. The food is kind of. It's so nice actually. It's so weird, like it's not spring yet and yet. はい？なんで？
Let me check. So the next day after the bus trip, we kind of just took a chill. We walked around the local area. It was basically just my friend showing me like around where she lives, and we went to a bookstore, cafe for a little bit, and we like went to some shops, and we had lunch at Saizeriya on my friend's recommendation. It's kind of like an Italian style family restaurant chain, and nothing fancy, but it's kind of like a comfort spot for a lot of people, and it's really easy to come and go. After that, we went to Shinjuku to wait for my family to arrive, and while we were waiting for them, we went to Kinokuniya, which is a bookstore. And then when they arrived, we had dinner with them, and then pretty much everyone went back except for my brother and my cousin who's studying abroad there, and the four of us went to like a game center and just played games until we were tired. The next day was a little bit chaotic actually, because I thought we were gonna meet them for like lunch/brunch, but things didn't really work out like planning wise. I think when you just have a big group, it's kind of hard to coordinate sometimes. So what ended up happening was me and my friend went to Shinjuku again to like meet up with them, but then we ended up just having our own breakfast/brunch at Komeda Coffee. And then it sounded like everyone wanted to do something different, and my cousin, he wanted to like go to all the like big areas like Asakusa and Harajuku and stuff, and do like some clothing shopping. And me and my friend were kind of like, yeah, we're good. Like, we're good. So instead we invited my aunt to go thrift shopping with us at Shimokitazawa, which is like a little thrifting area. I've never actually heard of it, but my friend recommended it, and it was so nice. I wish we spent more time there. I think you could spend like a whole day or two there, because there were so many shops. On the third day, me and my friend had to go to her school because she had a few things she needed to do, so just went there, and I went to a cafe there and just kind of waited for her and had some breakfast, and then we needed to head over to Odaiba because we were gonna do like a teamLab museum experience with everyone. It's like a modern art museum. The one room that we were all like intrigued by was the one where everyone has to take off their shoes. You end up like walking through water, and yeah, that was interesting. I was like, oh, I didn't know that this was gonna come with a foot bath. Like, we go to a museum, we're getting a foot bath. But okay. Yeah, after that we went to like a little izakaya and had yakitori and sake, and it was delicious. And that was their last night there, like my family, so, and because they were going to move on to the Kyoto Osaka area, so we said goodbye. And then after that, me and my friend were like, we looked at each other, we're like, what should we do now? And we're like, well, it's still kind of early. And it feels like a waste to just like go home. So we were like, okay, let's maybe go karaoke. Because we've been talking about it for the past few days, but we never like found the right timing to go. And so we got a lot of snacks and drinks from the konbini, and we went to a local karaoke spot. Guys, we were there for 6 hours karaokeing hard. Just me and my friend. It was so much fun. We were there until 1:30 a.m. We slept in pretty late the next day. The only thing we had on the schedule was we were kind of winding down, like it was the last few days of my trip. So after that, or like the next day, we left around noon. And by the way, like every time we left around noon-ish, there like down the road there would be this like house where this like old lady would be waving to people. When they walked by, she would have like the window open and she'd be like waving. And it was so adorable, like so precious. And so we would just be like, oh hi, like ohayo gozaimasu, and like saying good morning. On that day we went to, so we were just gonna go hang out at a cafe for a few hours. Before that, I took us to a post office because I wanted to buy some stamps so that I could send postcards to people. And then we went to the cafe, and then oh my god, it was snowing. It had actually started snowing when we were at Odaiba. It was freezing, and then the next day it was also snowing and just really, really, really cold. After that, we went to meet up with my friend's old classmate. And yeah, we went to like a little izakaya. And then on the next day, the day before my last day, we met up with my old Japanese tutor in Nakano, and we found one that was like a little bit away from the station. And I was worried like maybe it'll be crowded or something, but clearly it was like a little local spot. It was so unique. It was a beautiful cafe that was just tucked away. It was like underneath an apartment, so you have to like walk into the apartment entrance to like enter the cafe. And the cafe's name was called Oku no Tobira, which basically means like the door in the back. And it was very like vintagey, very retro. Or the person who was running the place was this little old Japanese man with like formal wear, like he was wearing a button up. He was wearing a button up and like a little vest. He was just so kind and sweet. And then at one point there was this table near the window that opened up, and we were like, ooh, that's so pretty, and we were like taking pictures of it. And he was like, oh, you can move over there if you want, like, you know. And he helped us like move all of our drinks over. And by the way, like all the drinks were in these little like beautiful like delicate teacups. Yeah. And like there was this vase of flowers, and like we were like taking pictures of it. And at one point he like came over and like took the vase, and he's like, let me replace it with fresher flowers. But yeah, we stayed and chatted for a little while, and then we all started getting a little hungry, so we went for some gyoza at one of the Dandadan chains. When me and my friend got back, we got some wine and snacks from the konbini and just watched Apothecary Diaries. So me and my friend, we started to kind of like, while I was staying there, we started to develop a bit of a routine. It's kind of a small apartment, so then I would have to fold up my futon, like put it away, and then we would have enough room to kind of get ready, and I would make some instant coffee for both of us. And yeah, we would just kind of chat and eat breakfast together. And I just really kind of miss those mornings. Like, I don't know, those kind of like small moments I think stay in my mind a little bit more.
I'm pausing. Oh, there's two.
Okay, so I realized that I lost the last bit of footage, so it's just gonna be a little voiceover for the last day or so of my trip. So on my last full day, it was such a perfect last day. I think like I spent the whole day with my friend. I feel like we kind of were building up to this day. Like we did just everything that was left on my list of things to do. We started off by going to the National Museum of Modern Art of Tokyo. And I think this one was my favorite museum. We ended up having to leave because we got too hungry to stay, but there was still so much more we could have seen there. And then we had lunch at Kura Sushi, which is like a conveyor belt sushi place, and it was a little more like touristy, I think, but like it was actually a lot of fun. I was so hyped about it because I'd never seen anything like it. You check yourself in at like a self-serve kiosk, and it'll send you to an empty table. Everything you need is already at the table, so you don't really need to like ask for anything. There's a hot water spout at the table to make tea. There's the cups, like the tea cups are like above you. And there's 2 conveyor belts next to you. One of them, there's just like pre-made food that you can grab, and then the other conveyor belt is for your orders. So you can order through a tablet at the table. So there was like a plate return slot, and for every 5 plates that you returned, it would play a mini game, and so you would have the chance to win like a gacha toy. And we won once, and we won like a little chopstick holder. After we ate, we went to a few stationery stores in Ginza. And then we also went to Mr. Donuts, because for me and my friend, it's like our tradition to always go to a Mr. Donuts. It's something that we've started doing since we first met each other. Then we went home and did our usual nightly routine of going to the company for snacks and drinks, and then going home and watching anime. And then on my last day, the day that I was leaving, we finished up watching the first season of Apothecary Diaries in the morning while we were waiting for the Futon pickup. They came like really last minute. After that, we headed I had already packed up all my luggage, and we headed straight to Tokyo Station. And Tokyo Station is huge, so instead of going directly there, we decided to get off at Nishi Tokyo Station and just walk to the bus stop outside the Tokyo Station area, because it was easier that way to find it. So yeah, I got on my airport bus again and headed to the airport. Okay, now I want to show you some of the things I got while I was there. I think I came back with a lighter suitcase than when I went, because I took omiyage to give to people. This is tea that they gave us on the bus trip that we went to. This was one of the rest stops, and they gave us like a tea bag as a little omiyage. Very cute. These 2 things were given to me by my Japanese tutor. It was very, very kind of her. This is a little cat hand towel. Here are some like markers or pens, set of 3 that I got. I also got some whiteout, just like a little whiteout strip thing. I also got a little towel. Isn't this so cute? Just a little hand towel for the bathroom. Next thing, I'm actually wearing it, is this thrifted like shirt. It's so me. Like, I saw it and I was like, wow, this is just me as a shirt. We got it from Shimokitazawa, which is like a bit of a thrifting area. And then we also went to Kinokuniya. We actually have Kinokuniya around here too, so it's not that unusual, but I got from there the 3 volumes that they have out for the guy she was interested in. Wasn't a guy at all. I can read Japanese, and I collect Japanese manga anyway, so that works out. I didn't realize that they had like a special version of the 3rd volume that comes with like a standee, or at least like I couldn't find it. I was looking for merch because I thought that they had merch at Kinokuniya, but I think it was only either select locations or it was sold out. I don't know. I couldn't find it. I tried looking. It's one of the things I really wanted to find, but yeah, I did not. At Itoya, which is one of the stationery stores in Ginza, I got this little like instruction book, I guess. It's for making stamps out of like erasers, or just rubber stamps. I really want to get into doing this, and like they had the supplies to do it that you could buy, but I was like I don't really need to be getting into a new hobby right now. I just wanted to get this to start with, so I can revisit it at a better time. And then lastly, I just got like some like stationery and postcards and stuff because I'm obsessed with postcards. So one of the days we went to a small shrine, like a small local shrine, and they were doing a little makers like art fair, and so it was all like handmade goods that people were selling and artists and stuff. So I got a few things from there. Just got 2 postcards, and then this was from another artist. I love that I was able to buy things from like local artists there too, like while I was in Japan. I don't know, I just think it's more special, you know. And she had these like she created these handmade stickers. That was like so cute and just so detailed. She has her information on the back, and then just yeah, a whole bunch more postcards. There's Sky Tree. I think I got. Oh yeah, see. Here we go. These ones are from Itoya, but I think you can buy them like probably other locations, other places too. And then this was I bought 10 of these postcards from the museum we went to, and I sent all of them off except this one. Here are the last little things that I got. Just some cat stickers, pretty much. Probably use them for my postcards that I send to people. And that's it. Yeah, it's not a lot, right? Like it's a lot of like little things.